Very big welcome to Aston Villa first of all. How pleased are you to have finally joined?
Yeah, absolutely delighted. Didn't actually take too long. As soon as I heard about Villa's interest, it's something that turned my head straight away, and to be able to come here and represent such a fabulous club with such great history is going to be a real honour for me.
And are we right in thinking that you cut your honeymoon short to finalise this move?
I had 5 days left, but to be honest, my wife's very understanding in terms of football. It's obviously what gives us our living, and when a club come calling like Villa, it's the least you can do is give up 5 days of your honeymoon.
And I know you've touched on this slightly earlier on, but why did you choose Aston Villa?
I just think as soon as you hear the name, obviously there's been not such good times recently, but when you see what they've done over the summer with the new owner, the new manager, didn't take too much convincing at all. I managed to get 10-15 minutes on the phone with the gaffer on my honeymoon, and when he sold me his ideas and the vision he had for this football club, it didn't take me long at all to decide this is where I want to play my football.
And of course Villa Park, a real traditional historic arena.
Yeah.
How much are you looking forward to making that your new home?
Yeah, been lucky enough to score at the Holt end, so hopefully we'll see a few more of them. Obviously it's a stadium that I grew up watching things like the FA Cup semi-finals. Been some great players play for this football club, and as I say, to pull on the shirt and go and play in front of these fans is going to be something that I won't take lightly.
You mentioned conversations with our new manager Roberto Di Matteo. Of course, you're his first signing as manager here. How much are you looking forward to working under him?
Yeah, as I say, the phone conversation we had, I come off the phone thinking this is the man I want to play for. I've been lucky enough to play for someone that Roberto is quite close with in Gus Poyet before. They share a lot of philosophies and thoughts about how to play the game, and it's something that brought me success. It's the best way that I can play football, and when he told me his ideas, I didn't look back, and the only way for me was forward and getting this club back to where it should be.
Steve Clarke, who is of course his number 2, Kevin Bond, first team coach, who has numerous Bournemouth connections as well, and it sounds like a really good team. Yeah,
obviously there's a lot of experience there. I've known Kevin for the last 3 or 4 years, where he's been sort of coming down to watch training, and obviously Steve Clarke, his CV speaks for itself. He was a great centre half as well, so hopefully we can learn off of him.
You suffered an ankle injury last term, and which limited your appearances to just 14 for Bournemouth last season. For you personally, is there a sense of making up for lost time?
There's a sense of wanting to get back to the Premier League as quick as possible. I started the first 5 games. I was unfortunate to have an operation to correct something in my ankle. It took me a little bit longer to get back than first expected, and finished the last 6 games. So in terms of my Premier League experience, it's limited. But to come here, play for this football club and get it back to where it belongs, and hopefully establish myself as a Premier League player again is definitely the aim. Can
you talk to us a little bit about the Championship as a division?
Yeah, it's relentless. Monday, Tuesday for most of the season. Psychologically, it's going to be hard to keep going and keep finding. But I believe when you look around the changing room at the players that we've got, even at this present moment, we've got enough in there to do it. I think in the terms of history for this football club this season, if we do what we're expected to do, it's not going to be remembered for many years, but in terms of significance and getting this football club back to where it belongs, is the only thing that we can do this season.
Pre-season now, of course, is just around the corner. Off to Austria for a training camp and a game. Number of friendlies back here on home soil. From your experience, how key is that time in terms of team bonding, getting to know each other and getting ready for the new season?
I mean, it's so important. We're in a sort of transitional period with new management, new owners, maybe some new players before the pre-season tour, so it's going to be important that we all integrate, all get to know each other a bit better. And as I say, to get that aim in our head and get them thoughts clear that the only way is promotion this season is going to be important for this.